Bamba Radio. Our listeners, everybody, we are back like we never left. And guess what? We are back. Trust your process. Trust that everything that you're going through that thing for a reason. And I wanted today to read from the book of Ruth, guys. Good morning. Get up and get yourself some money. This is Bamba Radio, Kenya's #1 digital tech savvy radio station. So whatever you're doing, come on, Jatoka decides to do what is going on. First of all, Gashagwa is the pettiest person I've ever seen in my life. He's so petty, but the problem is being petty towards Mr. President also is kind of risky. You feel me? It's kind of risky. Allegedly. The husband has the side chick in her house. Now, what was impressive about this whole situation, what I liked about this whole situation is that nobody was, harmed. The wife was not like violent. All she did was, she took her phone and started recording this side chick. Restoration, we have been restored, and I hope that everybody out there, and I'm praying we all get restored. This is WAKINI, MAINA. The book today was the book of Ruth chapter 4 verse. Praise be to the Lord, who this day has not left without a guardian reminder, guys. A redeemer. We have been redeemed. Child Girls has been redeemed. Bamba Radio has been redeemed. Our listeners, everybody, we are back like we never left. And I told you guys, first of all, one thing about it is we are going to be back as many times as we want. Yeah, that is what I believe in. Jana ulijaribu ukaanguka, leo sibuhi pia jaribu tena. And also I need people to also trust their process. Trust your process. Trust that everything that you're going through that thing for a reason and a purpose, right? And if you look at it that way, then you get to learn lessons through the process, right? When things are hard. Because if you look at it, in the beginning of the story, Naomi and Ruth were stripped of everything, right? They could have gave up. They could have decided to be sad. They could have decided, I'm not even going to ever do it again. I'm not going to try again. They could have decided, right? But they never gave up. They kept going. They stayed true to the game. They stayed true to God. They listened to their instincts. They stayed aligned with what God, the purpose that God has for them, right? And then through that process, look what happened. Ruth ended up with a rich man. Everybody is sorted. Everybody is happy. And the son that Ruth gave birth to is the son that is in the lineage. I think it's two. I don't know. The good thing about the book of Ruth, it's a short book. I would recommend for all of you to go read. It's a very short book. It has only 4 chapters. A beautiful story, and it says this is the family line from wait, hold on, I'm reading my Bible right now. So let's see. So Boaz took Ruth home as his wife. The last chapter, which is chapter 4, verse 13, it says, so Boaz took Ruth home as his wife, and the Lord blessed her, and she became pregnant and had a son. The woman said to Naomi, praise the Lord, he has given you a grandson today to take care of you. May the boy become famous in Israel. Your daughter-in-law loves you and has done more for you than 7 sons. So remember, Naomi lost everything. The husband, the son. She literally had to leave because she was not living in. She literally had to go back to, in her old age, and quite discouraged. And now she has given you a grandson who will bring new life to you and give you security in your old age. Naomi took the child, held him close, and took care of him. The women of the neighborhood named the boy Obed. They told everyone a son has been born to Naomi. So this son belonged to Ruth, right? But the women, the friends of Naomi, told everybody, guys, that, a son has been born to Ruth because God had finally restored. God had finally restored. And Obed became the father of Jesse, who was the father of David. The mighty David, guys. The mighty David. So, uda give up na when unafaguza president wa next. The next generation is depending on who you give birth to. Karibu sana, this is Chai and Chaos, and Karibu sana, this is Bamba Radio, and guess what? We are back. there's nothing anyone can do about it. Can you believe this? We are back on air. I am super duper excited. My beautiful name is WAKINI, MAINA, and this is Chai and Chaos. This is Bamboo Radio, the right frequency, more airplay, more airtime, learn and swap. Okay, Bamboo Radio Kenya's #1 digital tech savvy radio station here at Laikipia County. Yeah, Waymaker, Miracle Worker. He is who he says he is, and because of that, we are back. And you know how we do it, and you know how we serve it here at Chai and Chaos. We serve it hot, right, and just the way you like it. So, karibu sana. And Panisha, you know what we do every single the first hour. So we get to encourage ourselves. We get to pray, praise. You know, do the most and just be thankful that it's a beautiful, amazing morning this morning that God has given to us. And guess what? I don't care how yesterday was looking like. Today, we are going to thrive, okay? Yesterday, if you were surviving yesterday, this morning, guess what? You are thriving. This morning, you're thriving, okay? It's a Monday morning, and we're not going to say Monday blues. We're going to say Monday rainbows because a lot of colors and happiness this morning, all right? So, but you know how we do it. So first of all, I just want to pray because at the end of the day, if you know me and you know me very well, you know what's, like I love everything God, okay? I love everything about God. I've been in the most weird places. And guess what? I'm going to talk about God. Because God, there's nothing like God, okay? So, and it's only because of the grace of God that we are back, that we are able to be on air again, that we are able to talk to you guys again, that God has provided us a chance, guys. So first, we're going to pray. Then listen to some music, and then we're going to come back and we're going to read the Bible. And because the hour is almost over, right, we're going to make sure that we do this faster. But we have to make sure that we keep time from day one, okay? We are following the protocol from day one. All right, so we're going to start with a small short prayer. So if you're listening to me out there, just close your eyes and let's pray. So, Father Almighty, we just want to say thank you. Thank you for a second chance. Thank you for Bamboo Radio. Thank you for Team Bamboo Radio. Thank you for Chai and Chaos. Thank you for B-Box and his show. Thank you for everybody. Thank you for our boss who made this happen, oh dear God, Jehovah. I want to thank every single person that has made today possible, oh dear God, Jehovah. And also we want to thank you. Thank you for everything that you've done for us, oh dear God, Jehovah. And the listeners out there, Jehovah, I pray that you bless them in everything that they do and touch, Jehovah. And I pray that we are a testimony and a testament to the fact that you can give people second chances, Jehovah. When they see us, when they see Bamboo Radio, they know that God is, you can do nothing. When God said, when Jesus said yes, nobody can say no. So let us be the reason they want to try again this morning, the reason they get to know that they can try again and actually thrive this morning, oh dear God, Jehovah. And as we start Chai and Chaos, Jehovah, all I can ask is for you to use me, use this voice that you gave to me, the chaos that you gave to me, everything, the talents, the personality, oh dear God, Jehovah, just use it. And we are praying that, trusting and believing forever and ever. Amen. So the time is 27 minutes past 7 in the a.m. Get up and get yourself some shmoney. This is Chai and Chaos, and this is Bamboo Radio Kenya's #1 digital tech savvy radio station. All right, I'm stammering kidogo, okay? So lazima ni shake kidogo, nijitayarishe kuanza tena. So we're not judging. We're just going to go with the flow, and everything is going to be all right. So make sure that you stay. Don't go nowhere, because the show is about to be more spicy and amazing. My name is WAKINI, MAINA. Yeah, let's get it popping, guys. Let's get it popping. 7:39 in the a.m. Get up and get yourself some shmoney. You know how we do it. We serve it hot, right, and just the way you like it. Now listen, guys. Today is a day that the Lord has made, okay? The first hour, you all know how we do it. We just make sure first that we get inspired to start the day, right? So I told you guys when we get back, we're going to read the Bible. And I wanted today to read from the book of Ruth, guys, because Ruth has a different type of story, but the story is beautiful. It's a story of patience, a story of God just, giving back to the people that are actually very loyal to him. And also, it's a story that teaches us that no matter how the storyline looks like, okay, the storyline could be murky, the storyline could be sad, they could take everything, strip everything from you, okay? But if Jesus say yes, here at Bamboo Radio and everywhere else, then nobody can say no, right? So today we're gonna let me get into it. Let me get into it. We're gonna read from the book of Ruth, chapter 4, verse 14, and it says, "Praise be to the Lord, who this day has not left you without a guardian redeemer." Okay? Praise be to the Lord, who this day has not left you without a guardian redeemer. Again, the story of Ruth, if you've heard of the story, this is a lady who followed her mother-in-law, okay, to a foreign land. She didn't have to, she really didn't have to, but followed her mother-in-law. Her mother-in-law was an Israelite. What is wrong with me? An Israelite. Okay, was an Israelite. So forgive me. An Israelite, and so the mother was called Naomi. Naomi had a husband, had 2 sons. The 2 sons had each a wife, and so the husband first died. The husband of Naomi first died, and then after 10 years, her sons also died, right? And Naomi was looking around and was like, "There's nothing for me here." And also Naomi was now living in a foreign land, okay, in the Moab community, right? So she decides, "I'm old, I'm probably never gonna get another husband here. I've lost everything that I own. I've lost my husband, I've lost my children. I really don't have anything else to keep me here. So I'm just gonna go back to where we came from, okay, which is Israel." And So she packs up her stuff and tells her daughter-in-laws, "Listen guys, I don't have anything to offer you guys. So I'm just going to release you guys. Go ahead and get yourself new husbands because you guys are still young people. And if you follow the story, you will understand these ladies didn't have kids. So you're young, your husbands have died, and you're young, your husbands have died, you don't have any kids, you have the whole future ahead of you." And Naomi was like, "Guys, nimewapatia ruhusa. Enda tu mtapata mabwana zingine, mabwana wengine, nitarudi wapi, nitarudi kwetu." And she packed up. So these ladies, the daughter-in-laws, decided to follow their mother-in-law. They were like, "You know what? We're going to support you. We're gonna go. Wherever you go, we're gonna go too. Okay? If you go to hell, we're headed to hell together. If you're going to heaven, we're going to heaven together. All right?" So the ladies pack up their bags and they followed their mother-in-law, and they promised to serve the God of the mother-in-law. In this case, Naomi has lost, the daughter-in-laws have lost, but the main character here is Ruth. So wakatembea tuseme ni wapi na nyuki, wametembea kitambo kupanga na magari, wamefika na tomorrow. Naomi akawaangalia tena kwa sasa mnanifuata, where are you headed to? Like, you have your whole future ahead of you guys. How about you guys just go back? Right? Go find yourselves, go back to the land that you're familiar with, because these women are living their entire lives. They're living their mothers, their fathers, their sisters, their brothers, their friends, everything to follow this lady. And so eventually one of the daughter-in-laws is convinced and decides, "Okay, I'm gonna go back, Mimi in Tarudi," and kiss them goodbye. But there's this one lady who's called Ruth who decided, "Guess what? Mimi Sibanduki, this is where my blessing." For some reason, I feel like sometimes we need to respect our instincts. And in this case, I feel like Ruth did respect her instinct. And also alignment. I don't know, I keep saying alignment, because at the end of the day, for me, everything could fail, but I just follow the alignment. I'm the type of person I'm following the alignment. I'm following. It's not about the money, it's not about who has the most success, it's not about the noise. For me, it's, are we really aligned? Is what I want, my end goal, is it also your end goal? Or, are we aligned? That is very important. So Ruth decides, you know what, maybe nitapata tu mother-in-law wangu, and they get to the land where the mother-in-law came from, right? And there, right, the mother-in-law promised to find her a husband, and eventually he did, a rich husband. Life ni kuswap na Baba Swap. So yeah, good morning, get up and get yourself some money. This is Baba Radio, Kenya's #1 digital tech Savvy radio station here in Laikipia County. The time is 11 minutes past 8 in the AM. Good morning. What as the Chai Girls gang, right? So whatever you're doing, come on, the talk decides to do what is going on. But yeah, you know what? You're going to be messy. But if we are going to be messy, we are always going to make sure that the messy is actually meaningful. So no, make the messy meaningful. I'm here for messiness that is meaningful. So here at Chai Girls, we start it hot, right? And just the way you like it. Now we're going to talk about what is going on in Laikipia County right now, and we're going to start with our leadership. Right now, a lot is going on. We all know that. Okay, it's the political season, and obviously I always tell you guys that if you hear me talking about politics or anything propaganda, I want you to know that I'm not endorsing any leader. I want you guys to make good decisions. I make sure that I tell you that all the time. Make good decisions. Make sure that you research all your leaders, know which leader works for you, and go ahead and vote for that leader. So we're not here to endorse anyone. We're just here to talk about whatever is going on. If you're gonna, if they're gonna bring mess, then we might as well talk about it here at Chai Girls, right? Now listen. Mwangi Kionjori, who is the MP Laikipia East, and Washira Karani, Laikipia West, have finally spoken up about what happened at Ol Kalou last week. Now we all know that, first of all, Gachagua is the pettiest person I've ever seen in my life. He's so petty, but the problem is being petty towards Mr. President also is kind of risky. You feel me? It's kind of risky, allegedly. Because he's also our president is like the boring guy. Like you might assume he's boring, but he's usually sometimes on some stuff that will make you react shocked and sometimes funny. Now, they went on a burial in Ol Kalou. They had gone to bury the MP of Ol Kalou, and things got a little bit messy. And Gachagua kind of disrespected the president. And you know what? I'm all for respecting our country and respecting our leaders. And also, as much as it sounds crazy, I'm always the type of person who's advocating for peace. At the end of the day, we can have a conversation about it, right? At the end of the day, it's never that serious. We can have a good conversation about it and move on. Now, politics played out. Mr. Matthew, I think it's Mr. Matthew disrespected the president, and I said I am proud of the fact that he's a young leader that have guts, because in this game you have to have some guts. Kidogo they'll survive, you understand? But then at the same time, I'm not advocating for people bashing or being mean or being unkind to their leaders, because you are the same people who made these decisions. Let's not act like we're not the same people that went out there and voted for these people that are, allegedly stressing us all, right? Now, the Laikipia East and Laikipia West MPs have spoken out, and they said it is very sad to see leaders disrespecting our president, and all the Laikipians, everybody in Laikipia, see what they should come together and support. Okay, and support our current government and our current president. Now the big question is, are they really doing this for our own good, or are they trying to protect their seat at the table, right? Are they protecting the power that they're already holding, or are they telling this for our own good? So make sure that you tell us on our social media platforms and tell me what you think about. Do you even care? Is the question. Gen Zs, do you guys even care actually? Do you care what our MPs have to tell us? I'm at my point, and at this point, luckily I recommend therapy for all of us, guys. I do. I feel like Kenya needs to heal as a country. Laikipia need to heal every county need to heal as a whole, but the country need to heal as a whole. So make sure that you talk to us on our social media platforms and tell me, what do you think about this conversation? The conversation, what we're talking about today is, so our MPs, Laikipia East, Laikipia West, Mr. Kionjori and Mr. Washira are saying, we need to come together and support the current government. Are you guys ready, right, to support our government right now And if you're not, please talk to us on our social media platforms and tell us, oh, this is the reason as to why I am not ready. And also, can you talk to us and tell us, do you even really care? At this point, have we gotten to a point where, you know, we don't care anymore? We're like, tunangoja tu 2027 tufanye ile kitu ile tunataka kufanya. Right? Tunataka kuoneshana our true faces and true colors in 2027. Again, here at Chai Kills and Bamba Radio, we support nothing but peace, peace, peace. Our country deserves peace and we deserve good leadership. But is it our politicians or is it us? Are we choosing politicians or are we choosing leaders? Talk to us on our social media platforms at Bamba Radio, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Keep the conversation going, and also you should, and if you would like to support me, and also talk to me too at WAKINI_MAINA on Instagram. I feel like that is where I'm very much, you know, very much active. I'm trying to, guys, I'm a millennial. So you guys need to forgive me. I'm a whole millennial. They call it, allegedly we are zillennials, but in real life we're just millennials. I'm kind of old, a little bit old. So sometimes I just, you know, I'm obsessed with Instagram, but I'm learning on, you know, how to make sure that I engage in every single social media platform. So you can go on TikTok too, and you can support and talk to all of us, Bamba Radio. You could also go to my page at WAKINI_MAINA, or you could go to Bamba Radio's page and keep the conversation going. Is it us? Is it our leaders? Did the MPs really speak from a perspective of they really care about the people, or are they doing this to keep their seat at the table? Yeah, the time is 17 minutes past 8 in the morning. Get up and get yourself some money. And smile too, because guess what? Today we are about to do nothing else but thrive. Thank you very much. This is WAKINI MAINA. Let's go. Let's get it popping. It's Chai and Kills, and the radio is Bamba Radio, Kenya's #1 online radio station. And we are located at Nanduki here in Laikipia County, so make sure to keep it locked. And I keep telling you guys, we need the team, we need to know what is going on in whatever part you live in Laikipia County, so make sure that you talk to us on our social media platforms at Bamba Radio, Kenya's why do I keep saying that? I think it's because I've kind of practiced the whole Bamba Radio, Kenya's #1 online radio station, which, yeah, but yeah, on our social media platforms as Bamba Radio on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, make sure that you keep the conversation going. If you see something in your neighborhood, make sure that you contact us, and you could also contact me at WAKINI_MAINA on Instagram and TikTok, and talk to us. Tell us what is going on. We want to know the tea. We want to talk about it. We want to be part of the community. We want to be part of, you know, shaping our community into something greater. And also we said, if it's mess, make sure that you make it meaningful. And here at Chai and Kills, be sure we're gonna make it meaningful, okay? We're gonna make it meaningful. Now let's talk about, guys, I was on TikTok the other day and I saw a video of a woman who walked into, now this woman had gone to her sister's house and left the husband and the son. That, you know, she had gone to visit her sister, left the husband and the son in their home. And then she comes back abruptly, and guess what? The husband has the side chick in her house. Now, what was impressive about this whole situation, what I liked about this whole situation is that nobody was, you know, harmed. The wife was not like violent. All she did was, you know, she took her phone and started recording this side chick, and, you know, she started asking questions like umeletwa kuna nani, and the way it was kind of funny because, first of all, everybody was saying the side chick was rude because this lady was, the wife was asking questions, uko kwangu kama nani? And the lady was answering, niko kuna na bwana yako, right? I'm here, your husband, you know, invited me to your house. And it looks like she had slept over in the house. Now the question is, guys, are we normalizing being a side, you know, bringing the side chick culture, you know, in today's world? And, you know, is now marriage becoming something, you know, something different from what we know marriage to be? You know, marriage is commitment. You have to be committed. You have to, you know, be faithful. You have to, you know, stick by his side or her side. They say in sickness, well, in, you know, we're not going to talk about poverty. I don't want my people in Chai and Kills to think that we're not going to glamorize poverty. in richness and richness, okay? Now, listen, are we normalizing side chicks in our society? For me, let me speak for me, guys, and I don't want you guys to give me a side eye, right? We're just having a good, cute conversation. I feel like if I get into marriage, whenever that, it's your siku nikani. Ile siku Mungu ameanoint. I don't know which day that is, okay? I hope my mom is still praying because personally, I'm praying for my mom. But when that day comes, personally, I feel like I'm just very open-minded as a person. I'm the type of person first of all, I will want a traditional marriage, but then a modern marriage. Because I feel like us walking through the journey of marriage in this generation the same way that our parents did is insane and crazy with what we know. Because we are living in a world where we are now very much aware. There's too much information out there. Like, we know so much. So at the end of the day, it will be just stupid of us to act like we don't know. We know too much to behave like we do not know. Now, I'm thinking in my head, I'm really just, I'm trying to level with this lady. Now, this lady did not beat this lady up. Yeah, TikTok, they never fought or anything. And we don't even know what happened after. We don't even know what happened after the husband. We don't know the resolution that came after the husband came back to the house, because apparently the husband had left the house to go to the shop. So when the wife came back and found a strange woman in her house, in her dining table, and she was so calm. I'm so proud of that lady. And also, I'm so proud of the side chick too, because the side chick, people are saying she was rude, but I feel like she was just expressing herself, because at this point, I feel the first thing, like her first instinct obviously was to protect herself, or like to make sure that she's safe in this particular situation. So she was answering those questions. First of all, this man has very smart ladies. She has a type for smart ladies, because I liked how they both handled the situation. Nobody was screaming at each other, nobody was fighting, nobody, I know the wife was hurt. I know she was hurt, because how dare you bring another woman to my house? The audacity. Mind you, my son is in the same house. The audacity. Divorce with immediate effects, guys. Divorce with immediate effects. But is it a new era of marriages, guys, where we are normalizing things like having a side chick? And okay, as long as the side chick has know their place, then it's okay. You can have the side chick. You can have your little good time with your cute thing on the side. As long as you don't tell anyone, as long as you don't embarrass me. Like, would you be in an agreement with your spouse or your partner for him or her to have? And also, would men allow their women to have side guys, because they're side pieces? Can we all have fun? Okay, since we're in a new era, new age, new everything, can we all have a good time? So if a man can have a side chick in peace, how about a woman can have a side piece in peace? You see what I did there? Yeah. So talk to me on our social media platforms and tell me, are we normalizing, and is it the fact, are we normalizing side chicks as long as they know their place? Because I was having a conversation with someone said, oh, as long as side chicks should know their, and every time I see somebody exposing their spouse for having a side chick or a side piece, it's always they should know their place. Like, if you're a side chick, there's rules. There's rules. You cannot come out in public and start claiming this is not your man. Go find your man. Like, there is rules. And what are the rules? I want to talk to you guys and tell me on our social media platforms. Would you be in an open relationship? Is it even an open relationship? Because me personally, I'm just being honest with you guys. I'm very open-minded. And when I say open-minded, of course there's stuff that I wouldn't do. But I'm like, if I'm in a marriage and we're like 10, 15 years in, and now my husband is out here acting a fool, making me look bad. In my head, I'm like, we could communicate and talk about it and probably go for therapy. But if he says, okay, I still want to keep my side piece, and maybe I'm out here trying to make my money and I'm probably the type of wife who's gonna be like, have a good time. I'm even open to being a second wife, by the way, or a fourth wife. Like, I'm that open. That is how open I am, because I feel like in this day and age, with all the things we know, and they say that men were not meant to be to have just one wife or one partner. Men are generally meant to have like many partners. Like, I don't know, talk to me on our social media platforms, girls. Tell me, you know, are you allowing your man to have a side piece in peace? And men, tell me, do you guys believe that you were meant to only have one partner? And what is the marriage situation now in today's age? The time is 2 minutes past 9 in the AM. My name is WAKINI, MAINA, and this is Chai Chaos. This is Bamba Radio Kenya's #1 digital tech a savvy radio station, and this is where we serve it hot, right, and just when you like it. I'm gonna go for a short musical break. When we get back, we're gonna look at the messages that you guys send me and tell me, what do you think? This lady comes to her house, she had gone to visit her sister, and guess what, finds the side chick in her house. That is so disrespectful. To me, divorce immediately, because what was the reason? Like, what was the reason? Like, why? That is why I'm saying, like, we need rules. Like, if you're gonna have a side piece, then can we have rules around this whole situation, right? I don't know. I said I'm open-minded. How about you? Talk to me on our social media platforms at Bamba Radio, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Keep the conversation going and tell me what you think about this particular situation. And if you are the one who left to go visit your sister and came back to your home and found your side chick, your partner's side piece in your home and your son in the same house, oh my God, I am going to jail. Because the son is not involved. I am going to jail. But I'm going to stop there, have, you know, a little music break, and then I'm going to be back. Yeah, this is Chai Chaos. Let's get it popping.